Today on MTG Unpacked, it's time for a double dose of chaos. Yes, we have 2 chaos packs we're going to crack for patrons today. And with me to do the pack blessing duties, we have Nissa. So with her help, we hope to get the crazy pulls. Alright, so let's set her aside and introduce the first patron. That is Benjamin Sullivan. And the second patron today we have Jonathan Vogelsang. So we will roll the die and pick which box you guys are getting. So we've got 6 boxes left, so that makes it real easy today. So Benjamin, let's see what we're getting for you. Number 3. Okay, so we'll grab that one, set that aside. Now we're down to 5, so we've got to roll 1 through 5 for Jonathan. Let's do it. Okay, number 5. So there we go. We've got 4 more left for the remainder of the month. And let's get stuck into it. And in case you missed it, we had a rather fun video yesterday. I'll pop a link up in the corner so you can check it out. That was the 2-year anniversary video. My reaction to the very first video on the channel. So it was interesting seeing, like, I swear it didn't seem that bad at the time, but looking back in hindsight, whoa, nice pack. I know I put these together, but it still surprised me. So we've got a pack of Zendikar, 2015 core set, Hour of Devastation, Nissa, Who Shakes the World. We'll look at that foil in a moment. Magic Origins, and 2 packs War of the Spark. Let's do the pack blessing like so. And in case you're not aware, yes, I do make these myself. They are my vision for how a Chaos Mystery Box should be. Stuffed full of goodness. Okay, so let's look at the foil here for Benjamin. And you may sense a theme if the title didn't give it away. So we have Nissa, Who Shakes the World. This one's from War of the Spark. Legendary Planeswalker Nissa, 5 loyalty for 5. Whenever you tap a forest for mana, add an additional green. Her +1 put 3/+1/+1 counters on up to 1 target non-creature land you control. Untap it, it becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with vigilance and haste that's still a land. And her -8, you get an emblem with lands you control have indestructible. Nice. Search your library for any number of forest cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Let's get a good look at the foiling on that one. Looks sort of muted actually, at least on the camera display there. Okay, so we'll set that aside for Benjamin and get cracking here. Good luck, sir. Thank you for being a patron. War of the Spark. So we're going to get at least 1 more, or actually exactly 1 more Planeswalker for you out of this, plus something else maybe. Start off with Spellkeeper Weird, Arncrop Invader, War Screecher, Vampire Opportunist, Steady Aim, Relentless Advance, Centaur Nurturer, Demolish, Lazotep Reaver, Defiant Strike, and instantly the patrons are getting the rares, mythics, foils, and anything over $1, as well as Planeswalkers. The uncommons we have D-Spark, Ugin's Conjurant, and you get a Teo the Shield Mage Planeswalker. We'll set that aside. And your rare is Time Wipe. Sorcery for 5. Return a creature you control to its owner's hand and destroy all creatures. Nice. And a Swamp. And a Zombie Army token. Okay, so we will arrange things like so. Next up, Magic Origins. And I'm not sure, I think we may have already pulled the Baby Jace, but I could be mistaken. Although we did get a crazy pull from this the other day. Mighty Leap, Macabre Waltz, Volcanic Rambler, Emperor Tactician, Might of the Masses, Water Courser, Arterial Volley, Aerial Volley, no, that's a different card. Bone to Ash, Stalwart Avon, and Uncommon's Prism Ring. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. It's pretty cool. Valor in Akros, Sentinel of the Eternal Watch, and the rare is Mage Ring Responder. So artifact creature Golem. It doesn't untap during your untap step. It's a 7/7/4/7. Big dude. Pay 7 to untap it, and whenever it attacks, it deals 7 damage to target creature defending player controls. Okay. And a foil rare, Knight of the White Orchid. Nice. Creature human knight 2/2 for 2. With first strike, when Knight of the White Orchid enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than you may search your library for a Plains card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. And I like the little glowing metalwork there on that lion. Very cool. Okay, so you get a foil and an upside down Plains. That's interesting. A little bit misaligned there, but no other weird observations. And building your own deck. Okay, Magic Origins, there we go. Moving right along, Hour of Dev. And yesterday's video, this may cause some horrible memories to resurface from my first ever video where I opened a pre-release pack of this. Let's go. Let's hope we do better this time. Countervailing Winds, Sandblast, Kindled Fury, Lurching Rotbeast, Ronaz's Stalwart, Defiant Kenra, Scrounger of Souls, Jeru's Renunciation, Unsummon, and Uncommon Steward of Solidarity. Language is hard, people. Dunes of the Dead, Obelisk Spider, and the rare is Nimble Obstructionist. I remember this guy, he was fun. It's a cool card with the foil as well. Creature Bird Wizard 3/1 for 3 with flash and flying, cycling for 2 and a blue. When you cycle Nimble Obstructionist, counter target activated or triggered ability you don't control. Alright. And a foil rare. What the heck? You're getting all the foil rares. Hour of Revelation. Sorcery for 6. It costs 3 less to cast if there are 10 or more non-land permanents on the battlefield. Destroy all non-land permanents. Very cool. It's probably only worth a couple of bucks, but still, we'll take it. And a forest and a snake token. Okay. So doing rather well with the foil rares, I must say. Next we have 2015 core set. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, we're off to a great start. You know why? Because it's a Foundry Street Denizen creature goblin warrior. 1/1 for single red. And I do have a fondness for goblins in case you hadn't noticed. Solemn Offering, a Cursed Spirit, Vine Weft, Marked by Honor, Invisibility, and here's some more goblins. Borderland Marauder, Raise the Alarm, Divination, Willforged Golem, and Uncommon's Diffusion Sliver. I'll have to check that. One of the slivers I think was worth over a buck. Endless Obedience, Illusory Angel, and the rare is Stain the Mind, which is somewhat related to Rotting the Mind on this channel. That is you, and that is me, grinning. So don't watch too many videos because it will stain your mind. A sorcery for 5 with Convoke, so your creatures can outcast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting a spell pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. Name an on-land card, search target player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name and exile them. Then that player shuffles his or her library. And an island. And a little tip card here. If you're new to Magic, that may be helpful, but you've probably figured it out by now. The more challenging thing is the older sets where they don't have the convenient colouring on the card. In fact, some of the older ones, they didn't even have rarities. How about that? All right, next we have Grim Initiate, War of the Spark, by the way, Makeshift Battalion, Contentious Plan, Summit Sprint, Vivian's Grizzly, Spark Reaper, Nahiri's Stoneblades, Band Together, Prismite, Herald of the Dread Horde, and Uncommon's Emergence Zone. And the cards just want to stick together, not like those nice Core 2020 ones from the pre-release pack or the bundle. Liliana's Triumph. We get a Narset Parter of Veils. That's a pretty juicy pull, getting a lot of play in Standard. And the rare is Living Twist. Excuse me. Living Twister. There weren't even that many goblins in this episode. Creature elemental 2/5 for 3. Pay 1 and red. Discard a land card. And it deals 2 damage to any target. And for a green, return a tap land you control to its owner's hand. Alright, not the craziest pull, but maybe we'll do better in the next pack. Swamp and a zombie army. Okay. Zendikar, I believe. This is the first time we have ever opened this on the channel, so I am very excited about this. Curious what we're going to pull here. And I have no idea of the values, so that could be a little embarrassing. Okay, we start off with Hideous End. Vastwood Gorger, I've seen a reprint of that guy. Reckless Scholar, I think that one as well. Your Ruin Expedition, is that how you say it? Your Step Links. Spreading Seas. Nissa's Chosen. Guldra's Vampire. It's pretty cool. Caravan Herder. Goblin Shortcutter Creature Goblin Scout 2/1 for 2. When it enters the battlefield, target creature can't block this turn. I believe I have that one already in a reprint. Uncommons Ether Figment. Seascape Aerialist. Akum Refuge. And rare is Valakut the Molten Pinnacle. Nice. It's a land. Enters battlefield tapped. And whenever a mountain enters battlefield under your control, if you control at least 5 other mountains, you may have Valakut the Molten Pinnacle deal 3 damage to target creature or player. You can tap it for red in your mana pool. Very nice. And a full art island. And a little rules tip here about Kicker. Alright, so that is it for Zendikar. There you go. Benjamin, thank you for being a patron, sir. Let's rearrange things here and stay tuned. Later this month we'll have the patron snack pack videos. So that will be a lot of fun. Okay, next, Jonathan Vogel saying, thank you for being a patron, sir. We'll get these cards out of the way and dig in to the second box here because it's a double dose of chaos. Oh, another Zendikar. Nice. Okay, so we've got a Chandra on there this time. I like the packaging on that. Kaladesh. Oh, nice. Hour of Devastation. Nissa, Steward of the Elements. Foil. Another Hour of Dev. Magic Origins. And War of the Spark. So let's do the pack blessings here in the traditional manner. Okay, once again, leave that till last. We'll do, okay, have Kaladesh. And there we are. We eat our vegetables first, or maybe that's more like tripe or liver. Leave a note in the comments if you are a fan of tripe or liver, and that is a poor comparison. Okay, we start off here with Nissa, Steward of Elements. So very nice foiling on that one from Armenket. Planeswalker Nissa, X, loyalty for X, a green and blue. Her +2, Scry 2. Her 0 ability, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card or a creature card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of loyalty counters on Nissa, Steward of Elements, you may put that card onto the battlefield. And her -6, untap up to 2 target lands you control. They become 5/5 elemental creatures with flying and haste until end of turn. They're still lands. What is up with my voice? They are still lands. Fantastic. There we are. It's these guys. These goblins have done it. When in doubt, blame the goblins. Okay, so we'll put that over there actually, out of the way. Okay, Hour of Devastation. Let's dig in. And not a lot of value in this set. We're looking for a Braid in the uncommon slot or one of the God pools. Or of course an Invocation. That would be rather spicy. Start off with a Disposal Mummy, Kenra's Scrapper, Tragic Lesson, Carrion Screecher. There's your fried chicken overcooked. Frilled Sandwaller, Oketra's Avenger, Crash Through, Traveller's Amulet, Strategic Planning, Survivor's Encampment, and Uncommons Razaketh's Right. No, I believe he's wrong. Manticore Eternal, Devotee of Strength, and the rare is Abandoned Sarcophagus. Artifact for 3, I believe we pulled this yesterday. Not too happy to see it again, but anyway, you may cast non-land cards with cycling from your graveyard. If a card with cycling would be put into your graveyard from anywhere and it wasn't cycled, exile it instead. And a full art mountain and a token card. Okay, so let's move that over there. Next up, Magic Origins. So what have we got here? Grasp of the Hieromancer, or Hieromancer. How would you say that? Leave it out in the comments. What is this? Night Snare. That is creepy. Dragon Fodder. Celestial Flare. Send to Sleep. Might of the Masses. Water Courser. Aerial Volley. Stalwart Avon. Guardian Automaton. And uncommons Zendikar Incarnate. And I'll have to check on that one. I think that one might have been over $1. I'll see during editing. Blood Curse Tonight. Eyeblight Massacre. And the rare is a mythic. It's Woodland Bellower. Creature Beast 6546. When it enters battlefield, you may search your library for a non-legendary green creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Okay, so I'm not sure of how good that mythic is, but it's a mythic. Forest and a Thopter token. Okay, moving right along, back to Hour of Dev again. One of these days, I'll open another invocation, and one patron will be very happy, or maybe I will myself if I open them for myself. Next, we have Kindled Fury, Spellweaver, Eternal, Dauntless Avon, Marauding Bone Slasher, Zombie Minotaur, always fun at parties, Oasis Ritualist, Kenret Eternal, Seer of the Last Tomorrow, Desert of the Fervent, Godfarrow's Faithful, Feral Prowler, and the uncommons Angel of the Godfarrow, Sheffet Dunes, Inferno Jet, and the rare is a mythic. Yes, it's the Scarab God. My old mate, legendary creature god 5/5 for 5. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses X life and you scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. For 2, a blue and a black, exile target creature card from a graveyard, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. When the Scarab God, you've got to say the, when the Scarab God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. And I loved playing with this guy back in the day. Great fun. Bringing back your creatures as zombies. And a Swamp. And an Adorned Pouncer. And no special juicy bonus goodness cards behind that. Okay, War of the Spark up next. So you guys are doing rather nicely today. Jonathan there with his 2 mythics and some foil rares for Benjamin. Okay, next pack, War of the Spark, Battlefield Promotion, Sky Theatre Strix, Blind Blast, Steady Aim, Charity Extractor, Davriel's Shadow Fugue, Thunder Drake, Sarkhan's Catharsis, yes! Isn't that cathartic, Sarkhan? Vraska's Finisher, Saheli's Silverwing, and Uncommon's Death Sprout, Tyrant Scorn, Nicol Kazmina Enigmatic Mentor is your Planeswalker, and the rare is Tolzamir, Friend to Wolves. Legendary creature, Elf Scout 3/3 for 5. When it enters battlefield, create Voljar, Friend to Elves, a legendary 3/3 green and white wolf creature token. And whenever a wolf enters battlefield under your control, you gain 3 life, and that creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So who's done the wolf tribal thing? Leave a note in the comments. A mountain and a zombie army. Moving on to Kaladesh. Looking for the special extra bonus cards here. And didn't quite see what I was looking for there. I got a little bit of a peek of something. Aether Theorist, Spirecide Infiltrator, Skyswell Harrier, Dramatic Reversal, Appetite for the Unnatural, Dukara Scavenger, Workshop Assistant, Hunt the Weak, Torch Gauntlet, Dund Operative, and uncommons Make Obsolete. Diabolic Tutor. Start your engines, and the rare is Panharmonicon. Nice pull, artifact for 4. I believe this is Saffron Olive's favourite card. If an artifact or creature entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Nicely done. And a forest and a servo token. Okay, final pack here. Zendikar with Chandra on the cover. That is good timing because we've got a lot of Chandra stuff in the core set 2020. These packs are tough to open. Alright, let's see what we get here. We have Burst Lightning, Adventuring Gear, Giant Scorpion, Territorial Baloth, Spire Barrage, Shieldmate's Blessing, Shoal Serpent, Molten Ravager, Beast Hunt, Grim Discovery, Uncommons Core Aeronaut, Trapmaker's Snare, Frontier Guide, and the rare is Archmage Ascension. So this is an enchantment for 3. At the beginning of each end step, if you drew 2 or more cards this turn, you may put a quest counter on Archmage Ascension as long as Archmage Ascension has 6 or more quest counters on it. If you would draw a card, you may instead search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, then shuffle your library. Alright, and a Full Art Mountain and a rules tip here for the, what is that? Landfall. Okay, so you can freeze frame that, check it out. Alright, so thank you once again guys for being patrons. We'll tuck this stuff away for Jonathan, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.